There we go.
Okay.
Hang on.
Give it a second.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, when there was the when there was the outage last night, um,
Yeah.
uh,
It
the 48 watt turned off, so the mic was off. I didn't know
yeah.
because I went on, I took it offline after I got everything started back up. Okay, so there I am.
I'm good.
There's Donna. There's some cat treats.
You hungry? You want some? It would be impolite if we didn't offer.
Yep.
No.
Okay, so Web Presence Wednesday, and you have to forgive me. I got attacked.
He did. Not by one, but by both.
Yeah, and
They took turns.
yeah, they took turns. One the first one sat right on my chest.
I know you couldn't even escape.
And then when I tried to get up, the other one, he kept grabbing my leg. It's like, no, you're staying here. All right. So anyway, yeah, Web Presence Wednesday, where traditionally I tell you to get digital real estate.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. It is very important, especially in this day and age, where you can lose all of your digital presence at the flick of a wrist. And with it being something that you can get for free, virtually, with a little bit of minimal effort, there's really no reason why you don't have a website, and that includes you, Vinny.
Setting our targets on Vinny now.
I'm just
get yourself some real estate.
It's not so much setting my targets on Vinny. It's the truth.
It is true.
He should have a website. He should be able to store his archives on his own digital real estate, as well as it being stored on RLM. If only because if something happens and RLM isn't there anymore, where's your archive?
Yeah, we seen this actually happen before. I'm talking directly to Vinny, but we've seen this happen to Jules with UCY TV and numerous websites, talk radio, alternative networks, and then there goes 10, 20 years worth of archives and podcasts just disappeared forever into the void. So it is important.
It is important. It's not only important if you get banned off of social media. It is also important that if you have a third-party archiver that is not under your control, you're also not in control of whether or not that archiver will remain there forever. So, that being said, get your digital real estate.
Well, external hard drives are also very inexpensive, so always back up everything.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's just, to play it safe.
I'd show you mine, excuse me, burping on camera. Not something you're supposed to do. I'd show you mine, but it's kind of like a fixture over there.
Yeah.
It's a little Jim Jabby 2 terabyte hard drive, and it has a whole bunch of stuff backed up on it. A whole bunch of stuff. Not only does it have a personal archive of all of ILMT, it also has a personal archive of all of Comfortable Lies, all the work I did on Arma, so all the stuff, stuff that I don't even work on anymore. And there you go. There's a whole treasure trove of a 2 terabyte drive sitting right there, ready to accept more information. And in the case that WordPress gets taken offline, YouTube gets taken offline, I still have an archive that I can re-upload onto another site if need be.
Prosperity and posterity of your archival portfolio there of all you've done. Make sure you secure it. It's just as important as getting that digital real estate. So
it is the house that which you build on that digital real estate. And having a second copy of that house to put on a second set of digital real estate in the event that something happens to the first one is important.
Yeah, because when you move houses, you don't just leave everything behind.
Yeah, you don't leave the furniture.
Yeah. You take it with you to the new place. And so this way, you have it all right on hand. I've came a long way. When I first started doing my own, I built my own radio station. But prior to building my own radio station, back in 2008, I used to do radio over on a network called Revere Radio, and I had my own program, Sam Broadcaster. And for an entire year, I didn't know where my archives were going. It was just saving them in like some random hidden file deep into the machine somewhere. And I eventually found them. I was like, oh, but yeah, it helps to know where you put all your archives and get them on the individual external hard drive, because computers,
they can fail.
I go through them quick, to be honest. pretty hard on them. So yeah.
She said hard on them.
I know. But yeah. Digital real estate game.
Yeah. So there is that. Yeah.
Anytime somebody goes to start a new endeavor or project, like a friend of mine who is dipping her toe into the podcast realm, or live streaming, either way. We came up with a name, and I'm not saying it, but when you start getting those ideals and want to do all these different concepts, you go make sure first thing is the domain name is available. That way, if you want to go and later procure that website, for yourself to build that digital real estate, but you're just going to start off to see how it's received through social networking and social media networking there. You want to make sure that you're not taking the name of somebody else's brand.
Right.
There might be like 420 Mary Janes out there.
Right. And one of the things that causes is brand confusion.
Yeah, it
brand
does.
confusion is a real big problem, especially for small businesses, because if someone's looking for you and there's 400 other people with your exact same name, you will lose people. I mean, you may gain people from people who have been there before, but they won't last. They'll be like, who the hell are you? You're not this person, and screw you, get out, and they'll leave. But you may lose some of your people that you found and curated yourself.
It's all about the SEO,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So if somebody went in and typed in John Smith's books or something like that, they're gonna freaking come up with thousands of them, and your name, your particular storefront or business website is not going to be on top.
Oh, you want to hear? I have a relevant story.
Ooh,
Are we ready for story time? When I published my first book, Fuck the State, that is literally the title of my first book. A older gentleman looked me up on Google, and well, I am not the only owner of my name, obviously. And it turns out that one of the owners of my name happened to be a corrupt congressperson from Kansas, of all places. And he's like, well, I understand why you'd want to say fuck the state, because you were caught in corruption. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You were a senator from Kansas. I was like, no. I was like, I understand, maybe possibly you would think that my name is quite original, but it's not. There's literally tens of thousands Harry Felkers in the United States, and I am not the one that's a politician, and I do not live in Kansas.
Nobody admits that.
I was like, my aunt lived in Kansas a long time ago because her husband works for NOAA. Well, he's retired. Worked for NOAA, and that's where he was put to study predicting tornadoes. And lo and behold, that wasn't me. And her last name isn't my last name anyway. It's my mother's sister, not my father had no relatives. So I was like, so no, I'm not saying fuck the state of Kansas. I'm saying fuck the state as a organizational structure outside of the individual. And no, I'm not a corrupt politician from Middle America.
I must interject. I am saying fuck
Well,
seen some stuff in Kansas. No, I'm just kidding.
So in that sense, not that it was really brand confusion in the fact that it wasn't the brand Harry Felker. I mean, that's my name. It's what my name is. I can't really do much about that per se, but it's a similar scenario. If you open up a website and you have a similar name to someone else, you are going to cause confusion amongst the customer bases of both. Another story is about Where the Meme, where the owner of Where the Meme had hired on somebody to help with the digital work that she didn't understand how to do. And as it turned out, he was basically making a mirror of her site with a name that was so strikingly close as to specifically cause
Wow.
brand confusion.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
That does happen. She's not the only one.
Yeah, she's not the only one.
People had pretty much the whole entire site mirrored, their logo stolen,
Mhm.
even their name. It was like, how can you do that?
Well, the logo, the weird thing about it is the logo was very close. It was just slightly different, and the name was extremely close to cause confusion.
That's yeah.
I mean, other versions of that happen. Ask any e-thought. I'll tell you that right now. Every single e-thought has some fucking clown in
Nigeria or something.
Central Africa or India is another big one. Pakistan is another one. Southeast Asia is another one. Some clown who's basically looking to rake money off of the online photographs of said e-thought by basically just releasing names that are very similar to the originator, and then just saying, "This is my backup account. Add it." And then they use it to make money off of selling content that the original is already selling, or scamming would-be incels out of money. You know. So, yeah. Definitely research your name. Not saying that any or none of these bad things will happen, but they can.
There's all these potentials.
Yeah. So, yeah, so Vinny, get your shit together.
Get it in a bag.
Bring it to the shit museum. Come on. You gotta say the next part. Or a shit store. And sell your shit.
Sell your shit. I don't care.
But get your shit together. Anyway, so yeah, that goes for everybody. Just get it together, and get yourself the ability to have your own personal archive. If you do podcasting, archive the episodes of your podcast. If you do digital art or other digital content, archive that content. You should also be archiving it at home on a non-online storage device in order to be able to protect it. But you should be archiving it in your own digital real estate where you have ultimate control over the release of said information.
Even having your artwork or portfolio on a hard drive, it's a lot easier to carry your hard drive somewhere, you know, than your whole body of work.
Yeah, I mean, in the sense of having your resume of your resume of digital work on an archive that you control, it gives you the ability that in the future, if said archive crashes, that you monetize your archive, and then you have that copy of the archive in order to monetize. Because if, let's say, someone who's hosting your archives is no longer hosting your archives because the host server no longer is being paid for or exists.
Well, like my issues with a photo bucket. I mean, about 10 years ago, they provided free photo hosting. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I utilized that for many, many years. But now they're like, oh, we charge for hosting now. So you need to get rid of all your photos on our site, or pay us now, or we're gonna hold your stuff hostage and just get rid of it.
Mhm.
We won't have access to it.
Mhm.
So, I mean, while the online archival type of storage services that are available, it's always just best to have that backup in your external hard drive, because you never know what, when they start going preparatory. Can't never say the fucking word.
Proprietary.
Yes. And so sometimes, stuff gets held hostage and disappeared. So
Mhm.
always be ready for whatever. Just be ready.
Yeah.
Always be prepared.
Be prepared. All right. Yeah. So there's that.
It's
I think there's that.
Yeah.
Hey, do we still have the beef stir fry? Did you eat it?
I'm not sure. What, from last night?
No, from the other night, the leftovers.
I think I put it in the.
Yeah, I'm saying, did you eat it?
I don't
I think
remember.
that's what we're gonna have for dinner.
Sidebar. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, there's that. I think we're gonna go.
Yeah.
I think we've yelled at you enough about digital real estate. Catch up with us again tomorrow for Theory Thursday and improv on one of Bard and Broad. I'm not sure what I'm going to improv over. But yeah, I'll do something. Because I have 2 days off. Yeah. This weekend, next week.
Celebrate.
Also put a whole bunch of days off on to start eating time, just in case.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for
Thanks,
coming
guys.
by. We greatly appreciate you. You all have a great day and stay safe out there. Get your shit together. Your shit. Get it together. Take it to the shit museum or to the shit store and sell it. I don't care. Just get your shit together. Vinny. All right. Bye-bye.